Peace, peace, family. Oh man, we got to get it today. We got to get it. We definitely got to get it. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on out here, and we got to have a conversation because there's a lot there's a lot of things that need to be said. There's a lot of people that's really staying quiet, but people should be talking right now. People should be getting out in front of all this. There was a movement. There was a movement some time ago that was created by the younger generation that was actually passed down from the elders. And in that movement, a lot of us begin to do it in our way for our time. And coming from other cities outside of New York City, when you seen brothers in New York and Harlem and different places, you know, outside on the corner and having the debates and arguing back and forth about knowledge, it was intriguing. It was like, damn, you know, you got brothers arguing back and forth about knowledge and not about the dope game or about killing or about some hoes, about any of that. It was about the game. It was about the streets. What's going on? So a lot of us jumped in on that because when I heard, when I heard Sarah Sutanseti calling a white man the devil and let's bang on this beast, I was intrigued. I heard Natural Tahuti saying the black woman is God. And, you know, coming from Philly, which is a very, very violent city, but it's a lot of rich history, right? And it, as well, like, you know, we got the MOVE bombing, you know, we got a whole bunch of stuff that go on here. This is the home of Octavius Valentine, Cato, the Underground Railroad with James Fortin. We have a very rich history. But when it comes to the Black Power revolutions, New York City and Harlem was like a mainstay. So when I seen people like Natural Tahuti, when I seen these men, even back then when and Sarah Sutanseti was still friends, and they was on a Nikki Love show, and you know, people would call in and we would tune in to watch that stuff. And these brothers was bringing information. They was bringing knowledge. And a lot of us that came from Philly or Detroit or Baltimore, we was watching and we was coming from very violent cities where the stuff that they do on the corner and can bang like that, you can't do that in Philly. You get shot for that kind of stuff. So when I seen brothers going in like that, I was intrigued. I wanted to go to Harlem. I wanted to go to 25th Street. I wanted to meet Sinetta. I wanted to see Red Pill and Blue Pill, Sankofa. I wanted to go and see what these brothers was all about. I saw Elder Smalls and so many of the elders of the past, right? And they would have these street battles, and they would just be on and just going in. And then I remember the debate with Sarah Sutanseti and Eileen Bay. I think that was like 2009. And people, people came in, people showed up, and the channel was growing. Man, it was growing. It was growing. And a lot of people believed at that time, D-Red, a lot of people believed at that time that this was a movement. It was a movement, right? Man, it was a movement coming. Man, these brothers is talking this talk. A lot of us was information starved in the cities that we came from. So we heard brothers banging on the white man, banging on the police, and doing all these things. I remember the video with Blue Pill got in a fight with the police, and it took like 8 cops to get him down and all. I'm watching all this stuff, right? I'm like, man, what's up with these niggas up in Harlem, man? Man, these dudes, man, they talking this stuff, man. I got to get up to Harlem, man. So for years I watched, right? And then watching side of the TV, they inspired me to put my stuff on video to say, hey, man, because I remember Sinetta all the way back when he had the red couch and Ali Muhammad did the first video on that red couch. So you had Ali Muhammad going in on the dietary stuff and bringing the Nation of Islam science, and him and Natural Tahuti had a debate when Natural Tahuti took his book and swung it off the stage. And you know, I'm from the block. I'm hood. I'm like, yo, this is wild. This is crazy, right? And then you had the Moorish dude, the dark-skinned tall boy. There's always debate, but don't never remember his stuff. What the hell is the dark-skinned tall Moorish boy that used to wear the Moorish hat? I can't remember his name, but I've seen all these debates. I seen when Brother Polite debated the Nation of Islam lawyer dude. He debated him right when he first came in, because Brother Polite came in and was trying to debate everybody. So I seen that debate, right? Now I'm laying all this out to get into what I want to get into, because I want people to understand how, when they say that our people don't support or don't donate or don't do this, I gotta come and say I disagree, because a lot of our people are looking for leadership. They were looking for somebody to go and speak to those dead bones in the valley and awaken our people. So Sinetta TV began to explode, because at that time you didn't have a bunch of people with channels. Everybody came through Sinetta TV. Everything was coming through Sinetta TV when it came to the knowledge. They was coming through there, right? So Natural Tahuti on that channel started the Black Woman is God kit, and Polite came behind him with that. So Natural Tahuti was bringing in science and all this kind of stuff before he ended up going to prison, right? And he ended up going to prison allegedly for selling heroin. Somebody died, and he's been in prison ever since, right? This was back before all the content that you saw on the channel was a banging on Hebrews, right? Then you had the Captain Tazariak and Brother Polite debate, and that's when I think it was almost about to be a fight in there, and they said that Seti ran out. Seti ran out and left Polite in there. It was just a whole bunch of bullshit, right? And at that time, we was watching. Then I remember the Nasi Yassavel debate with Sarah Suit Seti, right? I even remember the night that Seti and Unc stopped being cool, because Unc and them was bullying young Pharaoh, and Seti oh yeah. yeah, you know, I'm with you. I'm with you, D-Red. No, I'm with you. I'm laying out a track to show where we went from to where we at now. That's all I'm doing as far as with Sinetta TV. So they tried to bully young Pharaoh for his information. And what Seti did was Seti saw that there was a pendulum swing coming, and the younger generation was gravitating more towards young Pharaoh, even though his information was pseudo. They was gravitating more towards a young Pharaoh. So he abandoned the Amun-Ra squad and went over there with them. So now World War III broke loose. So now they stopped being cool, and they never got cool ever again. So they stopped calling him the general and was calling him the something, I forgot, whatever name they had for him, right? So you had all these different debates, right? But before the debates came into play, when Sinetta and them found out how much money you can make, because I think that Kemet on Trial back in 2014, the Kemet on Trial debate came, and they filled up that whole Alhambra ballroom. And they had a whole bunch of pay-per-view buys, and they made a lot of money. And once they figured out that they can make a lot of money and the money got involved, that's when everything went downhill. Because the sincerity of the information that was being funneled through, that was no more. Now it was all about the debates and the money, not working together to help. Brother Reggie has the Black City plan, but since I've known them, it's just been the Black City plan. I haven't seen no movement within City Council. Nobody at meeting up at City Council meetings, meeting up with state representatives or Congress, local congressmen to figure out how the Black City plan can be implemented. They never see none of that kind of stuff. There was no movement, none, absolutely none. I always supported Sonetta because I felt like Sonetta was the one that started posting my videos at the time and got my name out there for me to get known. I came through Sonetta TV. And I went up there a bunch of times. I met his wife. I met Sonetta. I met his sons. He met my son, my brother, some of my homies. We got a chance to go down to Times Square and interview people and just really get to meet the person offline. And the person that I knew offline was different from the character that comes online. And that's the part that I was confused with when it came to Sonetta. Because I could talk to Sonetta and it was just like a regular homie from the block. But when they came online and it was about this money, now everything is like fake and bullshit. You know, Sonetta was in the jam one time and he called me. He was stuck in Philly. I came and got him and his wife and took him from the airport over to 30th Street so he can get home because I fucked with him. I fucked with him. But as me being a street dude, I would come around because I really believe, D-Red, that I believe coming from Philly and not being from New York, that all of these dudes was homies, right? I believe that these dudes was homies and they all was from like the same hood and they was really trying to make a difference. And you had different people doing different things in different places. So before I share my screen, I got to lay this stuff out, right? Because I'm going to share my screen. I got some stuff to show you. What I have is Polite's, the victim's mother, what she said in court. We got that. I have Dr. York when he's in court being sentenced. Oh man, Frederick FB Blue, what's up, my brother? I have Polite when he's lying on his YouTube channel about the charges being dropped. I have Sonetta 2 years ago basically calling in all but so many words Polite a pedophile, and I'm gonna deal with that. And why I really stopped fucking with the House of Consciousness. Now, it's not personal. Do I hate Sonetta? No. But I had to stop fucking with that because of principle. And I'm going to lay that out. I'm going to explain that. Because I looked at him as a big homie. He's older than me. Damn, man, you know, these dudes, man, these guys, like I really fucked with Sonetta at that time. Man, yeah, you know, these guys. And I thought that there would be a movement. I remember saying Kofa. What is the goddamn dude, man? The Moorish dude, D-Red. What's the Moorish dude that always wore the big Moorish hat, always trying to debate somebody, the big, tall, dark-skinned dude. I forgot his name, but hold on. Where's my phone at? Let me do this real quick. Matter of fact, I might have it in here, right? Let me do this. Let me go there. Let me do this. Let me see if I got it. All right, hold on, I gotta email it to myself. Let me email this to myself because I want to put illustration to what I'm saying because I believe that it's important. It's important here to lay out like exactly what I'm saying and why I'm saying it. Let me find these. Hold on, let me find these pictures real quick. All right, hold on. I got it. I got them right here. Hold on. Let me email these to myself real fast. I want y'all to see what I'm saying. Let me see if I can find these other ones real quick. Just bear with me for a minute, y'all. I should have had these Jones, but I didn't even think to do this because, like I said, I went up there and was around brothers and shit like that because I really wanted to be a part of something that I believed at that time was going to be something. Hold on. All right, here we go. Yep, here we go. Damn it, hold on. What the fuck? I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming. Just bear with me. I'm getting this. I want to send these to myself real fast so that way I can pull them up when I'm ready to pull them up. All right. I had to email these things. Big bro, Black Voltron, thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. Let me put this up here too. I forgot that I didn't have this up here. those of you guys that want to donate, y'all can hit the Cash App right there and support Urban Nerds. You can hit the Cash App, or you my wrench brothers and sisters, you can put the link to the our website also in the thing. So let me finish laying this out, because I'm gonna share my screen, and I'm gonna share my screen in a minute, and but I want to lay out like what was going on. So I actually thought and believed that all of these brothers was friends, and they was all like from the same hood. But I found out that yeah, let's see, Polite ain't no Nigerian. I don't know what the hell Polite is, my brother. All right, hold on. I'm uploading these, bringing these pictures out now. All right. So hold on. Download. So I got them all in there. Do I have them in there? Yeah, I got them. All right. Yeah, so I'm back. What's going on, Sean? And see, this is the thing, right? So you had a lot of debates, and you had a lot of people bringing information. So, and it was good information that was coming through Son of the TV. You, like I said, you had damn, what the hell is his name? Damn, I'm drawing blanks on people's name all of a sudden. Professor Larry. Yeah, Professor Larry. Realismism, right? Mr. Disagreeable. And he would debate Jabari. But the funny one, the good ones was when Professor Larry used to debate Cyrus Sutin-Seti. And I remember they got into a big argument on the couch. But who remember when Cyrus Sutin-Seti and Zion Lex got into it? And Zion Lex swung on Cyrus Sutin-Seti. Who remember that? And Sinetta like hid the footage, right? So what I'm saying was it was a lot of good information that came through there, and it was entertaining as well. Some of the debates was entertaining, but once the money got involved, and there was a lot of shiesty stuff going on, like they had the Sinetta TV Awards, and a lot of people didn't show up. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say. Like Sinetta at one time was the only show in town. Hold on. Yeah. Sinetta at the time was the only show in town. So once the money got involved, people stopped being cool. And I thought that a lot of people was cool. So now Polite comes through, and Polite's talking all this black first, pro-black stuff and everything, but he's coming on here. He got his wife's got their tick, but no, matter of fact, no, I'm wrong. When he first came into the community, he didn't come with his wife with the titties out. His wife came in, they had nappy afros, and they wasn't, and was looking regular. They was just on some pro-black shit. But once he came in, and Sinetta put him on the stage because he was a great speaker. He was a great orator. He can talk. He had a gift of memory. He can memorize stuff and disseminate information. So Sinetta will put him up on a stage, right? Because he was making Sinetta money. Because at that time, remember, a lot of people didn't have channels, and a lot of people didn't understand the monetization and the money that you can make with these channels. People didn't know. So Sinetta had a gold mine. Sinetta had a whole roster of brothers, from Minister Inky, Ali Muhammad, Professor Larry. So many. The baby Hebrew, the little the fat Muslim brother that would come on there. He just had a whole bunch of people, man. He had a whole roster of people. Shaka Utmost, Jabari, Dr. Reggie, the Pills. He had like a whole roster of people that can come on there and hold down. So Sinetta didn't never really have to talk as much. He would just come get the information. But what I didn't know was I didn't know the money part that came with that when he was putting up the videos and the amount of views that it would get and the pay. So now, once the debates start coming out and they was making money and people start understanding the residual monies that you can make from this, that's when people start creating their own channels, and a lot of the animosity started. A lot of the backdoor shit started. A lot of the don't go on this channel, or don't rock with this, and don't rock with that. And me being from the street, I start seeing it for what it was. Like, no, these niggas ain't really cool like that. Oh, man, these dudes ain't trying to build nothing. They all about the money, man. They're not trying to really get nothing going for the community. So I met Q Butter through Solomon, and I would sit and have talks with Q Butter when he was trying to get up on Sinetta, but they never had time for him because it wasn't worth money. And I was like, oh shit. But I still would talk to Sinetta every day. I still would defend Sinetta. And then one day we had a falling out, right? For something that I had nothing to do with, but it had everything to do with that situation that he got going on over there. That I'm not even going to speak to that, but he had a situation going on over there. And when I saw what I'm about to show you guys, when Polite had the allegations come out about him messing around with young girls, wow, what the fuck? Polite had the allegations about him messing around with young girls. And Sinetta came on a live stream one day and was pissed off. He was pissed off because they had an argument about money where he felt like Polite did him dirty for some money over one of the debates that they had, one of the events that they had. Polite didn't give him the money that he was supposed to get, right? So they had a big blow up. And instead of them having it on the phone, they had it online, right? So we're going to go back to the beginning, right? I'm going to share my screen. Make sure y'all hit that like button so people can get up in here, man. You know, they be having me suppressed like a mug, but hold on. Where is that? Let me find that one. Okay, here we go. So, right. So hold on. So we're going to go into, we'll go to 22 minutes, right?
So, family, I'm going to just hold some of this back. And, you know, because this is at the spirit of the moment I came in. Spirit of the moment. And what I'm going to tell you, family, is that you can't, I'm telling you this, you can't believe a word this dude say. Trust and believe when I'm telling you, man. You can't believe. Look, he already done told damn near 1, 2, 3. He told 4 lies on me that I know of. One of them is he helped buy my car when in fact he helped rob me. Everything we did it together. If we did a debate, it was us together. How the fuck you?
See, the problem that I had with Sinetta was Sinetta knew what this nigga was about behind closed doors, but Sinetta didn't say anything or he protected him until he crossed him and they had a falling out. So then you're going to hear what Sinetta said and what Sinetta is going to bring out what this guy was doing. But Sinetta didn't say anything about it and was still fucking with this nigga. So, and this is what, when I heard this is what made me have to say, oh, I got to fall back because damn, bro, I met you, man. Like I met you. I had you and your wife in my car. Like I shook your son's hand. You met my son, like my baby. Like I fucked with you, but you knew that this nigga was fucking with his ex-wife, left him because he was fucking her daughter, which is related to your wife. You knew this shit, and you still was cool with this nigga. That shit was fucked up, man. But let's play some more.
Bought something. How? Where you gave me anything at? We went 50-50 on everything we did. Clown. It's a damn clown and a liar. You never gave me a dime. So don't lie to the people. The second one is a mask in the hallway. Blue pill. All right? The third one is I was talking about your daughters or your daughter or your family. No, nigga, that's not your daughter. You know, I know who daughter it is.
Listen, y'all.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all.
Yeah, nigga. I know who daughter it is, nigga. You heard? Remember? Let me give you a flashback of remembering. Remember on 125th Street 2 summers ago? It was hot outside. You came on 125th Street polite in the hot sun, and guess what? You had Renette with you, the daughters. Guess what? Remember polite? The father came through, and when the girls seen the father, they ducked in the store right there. Remember that polite? But guess what? The father seen him.
He talking about the girl's father that Polite was fucking when this was an underage girl. They knew this shit back then. Now, Polite never had to go to court for it because they didn't pursue it the way that this other girl did. But out of principle, Sinetta knew this shit. He should have never been able to come back to the channel, speak on the channel. That nigga should have been ostracized. So this is where me and Sinetta had a difference of opinion. Nah, I can't fuck with that nigga.
And he went in the store after them. And they was running around the store screaming. Like, yo, they running from him. Screaming. Here comes Polite bitch ass. Polite comes up on the scene because Polite wasn't there. Polite comes up on the scene. Guess what Polite do, y'all? Huh? Breaks down, shaking, trembling. You know how people get mad. They shaking, trembling, and the nigga started fucking crying. Out there on the street. Say I'm lying. Do I need to call Brother Sutek? Do I need to call Brother Bezo? Huh? Don't make me call Bezo and Sutek, nigga. I wasn't there. But as soon as I came out, everybody started telling me what happened. So save that tough guy talk, nigga. Save it. Save that shit for Kev Gills and them niggas. For Pharaoh and them niggas. Don't try that on me. Sinetta don't scare easy, nigga. You was crying like a bitch.
Hold on.
Nothing. You ain't doing that.
Hold on.
Don't make me do it, nigga. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
He telling them don't make him do it, right? Yeah, I got Dr. York.
That's the only reason why I can't do what I do, man. Because I don't really want to hurt my little baby. Fuck. Baby Dr. York.
Look, listen, y'all. Listen, y'all.
Don't make me do it, Dr. York. Baby Dr. York.
Now, I want y'all to understand something. This had nothing to do with the new case. This is something totally different than what he locked up for now. This is what I'm talking. This is what I'm alluding to here.
Playing with the wrong nigga, boy. Fuck is wrong with you? You ain't getting no come-ups on that shit, nigga. Everybody know you's a scumbag. Everybody know, nigga, that you a snake in the conniver and ain't no way back in the community. Everybody know it, nigga. You ain't coming up off my name, nigga. You already done did that. We getting ready to have a press conference on your ass. Yeah. 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 You think them niggas love you because they was in the chat room? Nah, nigga. That's not real. They love the real shit. They love the real shit. Trust and believe that. Trust and believe that. I got facts. I got video evidence. I got proof. Try me.
Watch this.
Try me. Try. Huh? I could call her sister right now and say, how you doing? You ain't come out and you ain't get at this. I just told you, man. That's family. That's family. The family of my wife is family to me. That's family. Understand that. Understand that. The family of my wife is family to me. Understand that. Huh? I could call her sister right now and say, how you doing to her? You want to see? Let's see.
So he calling his wife's cousin, the sister, right? And this is the thing, right? This is the indictment on Sinetta. Sinetta knew this shit. He knew what he was doing. He knew the girl Rentet and what was going on. But with all this, they made up and became cool again. How you become cool with a nigga you know, even if it didn't go to trial, you know that this nigga was fucking this little girl, man. Like, I this shit is crazy to me, man. This shit is crazy, right? Let's just listen to some more before we get to the other parts.
Wait.
Hey, Shakira.
Yes.
How are you, Shakira?
I'm fine. How you doing?
I'm good, girl. You already know. How's Mama Debbie?
She's good. She good.
When the last time you seen your cousin Cynthia, my wife?
on her birthday.
Oh, that's good. When the last time you seen your sister?
I seen my sister the last time was on Thanksgiving. We spent
Now,
Thanksgiving together.
now, the one I'm talking about, Renentet, not Renentet. What's the real name? Not Renentet.
You talking about Tajane?
Yeah, Tajane. When the last time you seen Tajane?
On Thanksgiving, we spent Thanksgiving downtown in Georgia with my father.
Wow.
And our father.
Yeah. You gotta holler at Tajane and tell her leave my motherfucking cousin Sarnetta alone. Tell that nigga leave Sarnetta alone.
Oh, okay.
Watch
All
this,
right.
bro. Watch this.
All right.
All right. Hey, the last time she was here, she used to stay with you though, right?
Watch this.
Yeah.
She used to stay with you. Okay. I don't want to get into a lot of stuff because that's your sister and you love her and you're gonna protect her.
Yes,
So
I do.
that's
Yes,
right.
I
There
am.
you go. You know where she at now. You know who she stay with, right?
As far as I know, she in California. Right?
Oh, thank you,
Oh.
baby. Talk to you later, though. That's all I wanted to talk
All
about.
right.
I'll see you later.
So he called the
Right.
family. He called the sister
Yeah.
and the mom, and
Y'all
they saying
play
that
with me. You think everything is a fucking joke. Play with me, nigga. That's my cousin. I mean, that's my wife's cousin, nigga. Who Tajane is her sister.
Mhm.
You know, by different fathers. That's all it is. Leave me the fuck alone, polite. I will bury your ass, nigga. I ain't talking about literally. Leave me the fuck alone. Don't make me talk about why them police pulled your bitch ass over on the side of the road that night, nigga.
see that. Look, y'all.
Don't make me talk about why the wife really left your ass, nigga.
Look.
Don't make me tell you why she ran away from home and her mother couldn't catch her. Her mother told her to get the fuck away from you. But she loved you. Polite. She loved you, nigga. She loved you so much she ran away from her mother.
Now this is the thing. He's online before the world saying this, and Polite never went to trial for this, but they all knew this shit. And this dude still was able to floss and go around and do his thing. I remember Sarnetta went out to Cali to be around the dude. It was just like the shit was crazy, man. Hold on.
Fuck with me. Dr. York, fuck out of here. Baby York, fuck you think you talking to, nigga? Trying to get at me.
Here we go.
I told you I'm the wrong one to fuck with, nigga. I'm the wrong nigga to fuck with. I got video. You don't believe me? I got video. Yeah, I do. What if I was to tell you that she wanted me to interview her, polite?
Uh-oh.
Huh? Her mother. What if I told you she wanted me to interview her? How you know I don't got the interview? And I said, nah, I can't. I'm not gonna do it. I can't put that. How you know?
Wow.
Leave me alone. Go about your scamming ass fucking life, nigga. Leave me alone. You got a nerve to call somebody grind.
Look,
Are you polite? You ain't talking about her, right?
hold on.
Down south. Yeah, let me calm down. You right. I know the nigga looking. I know that nigga watching. I'm not even giving you that smoke yet. I'm holding back a lot of shit. So you go on to say that Sarnetta talked about your kids. Who are you talking about? Huh? You ain't talking about Tashia, right? You ain't talking about her, right? You ain't talking about Tashia Barnes, right? I know you ain't talking about her. I knew her before you, polite. You ain't talking about her, right? The one you call Renentet, you ain't calling her your daughter, are you?
Uh-oh.
Don't do it. Don't make me fucking do it, nigga. Huh? Little Dr. York, don't make me do it, nigga.
Wow.
Little fucking Dr. York. You ain't ain't talking about her, right? The one that you call Renente. Huh? Nigga, that ain't your daughter, nigga. Cut it out. Don't make me bring her sister right here in front of me. Her sister is my wife's cousin, nigga. You know that. Play yourself. You know that. Play your motherfucking self. Huh? She ran away from home to be with your bitch ass. She left her own mother to be with your bitch ass. Nigga, fuck you talking about? Why you think her mother and them can't even find her? You wanna play with me, nigga? I told you it'd be better for you to fuck with Kev Gills.
Now I'm gonna pause it there, right? And we're gonna move over here real fast. We're gonna move to the mom. We're gonna move to the case after he got sentenced, and we're gonna listen to the mom. And after the mom, we're gonna go into Dr. York's sentence, being sentenced to the 125 years, and then we're gonna listen to Brother Polite. When he first came into the community, sitting down, he was talking to a Dr. York's victim, how he basically victimized the victim. So he basically told us who he was going in, but I want y'all to hear the mom. The mom finally got a chance to speak in court after the plea deal. So let's listen to the mother speak.
You see it when it says victim note?
Okay, yes, 1 second. All right, you may unmute, ma'am.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Make sure y'all
Good
hit the
morning.
button.
All right, so what I'd like you to do is, well, you don't want to give your name. So at this point, just go ahead and you can give us an impact statement. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Michael Nowak. This is the first time I have spoken publicly about what you've done to my daughter and I. I have gracefully remained silent the last 2.5 years. 2.5 years of pain, shock, disbelief, PTSD, constant nightmares, and daily triggers. Trying to help my daughter heal when I'm not even healed myself. What you have done to my daughter, myself, and my entire family is inexcusable. You hurt us all. You made me believe that you were such a great man and you could do no wrong. You made me fully trust you, and for that, my daughter trusted you too. But the truth is, you're a monster, a demon. The very first time that I allowed you to be alone with my daughter, the very first time, and you couldn't even help yourself. You told me you was gonna be right back. You were going downstairs. We were gonna grab food and take vacation pictures. You told me that you wanted to have a one-on-one talk with her about loving and respecting me as a great mother that I was and am. And I actually believed you. I believed that you were gonna bring her right back. I thought you were gonna have this trusting conversation with her that you promised me.
Damn.
Her and I both trusted you. For a grown man to violate a child who trusted him, you should be ashamed of yourself. You plotted on me and my little girl. The entire time you knew what you planned to do. Isolate, intoxicate, then violate my baby. Shame on you. I trusted you to bring her right back. You were supposed to bring her back the same way that you took her. Instead, you drugged her and took advantage of her. You sexually abused her. You forced alcohol down her throat. You then forced her to see things that no child should ever have to see. You forced her to feel things that no child should have to feel. You forced her to accept violence that no child should ever have to endure. You forced drugs in her that no human should ever even ingest. She's my child. My baby. How could you? How could you? You could have killed her with all the drugs that were found in her system.
Damn.
And you thought your master plan was mapped out perfectly, huh? You thought I'd be dumb enough to believe you over my child. And you thought that money would blind me. You thought I was going to be so blinded that I wouldn't notice when you returned her with bruises all over her body and her mouth busted, uncontrollably shaking. Absolutely not. And although you executed your plan and you got what you wanted those couple of hours, you actually failed. Because look where you're at right now. You have created a lifetime of trauma for my daughter and I. Before you, we never knew evil existed. You brought so much evil into our lives that early morning. And I'll never forget. I called you like 50 times and you wouldn't answer me. And I called her too, but you took her phone. You drugged my baby and you gave her no way to seek help. You left me no way to contact her or even know where she was. I get physically sick now whenever I'm away from my daughter because of you. Something as simple as her going to school, I'm in panic mode. Because I'm scared when she comes back, she's going to be hurt all over again. I constantly have flashbacks of that night. And what she lives with is not okay. She feels uncomfortable around people and will live with this forever, and this is not fair to her. She never deserved this. Shame on you for forcing evil on our youth. And you know, for a year, I questioned, how could you even do this to us? Her and I did nothing wrong to you. We trusted you. I moved across the country because I believed everything that you told me. But it was pure manipulation I see now. All you do is specialize in selling false dreams. How could you do this to an innocent child and mother who simply trusted you? We did nothing wrong. But you know what? I'm done breaking my head trying to question or figure out how you could do such a thing. It's so simple to me now. You're just a sick man. A man you can have a plethora of women, but you secretly prefer to have a child. And it's so clear now. I will never be able to fully trust another person due to the betrayal that you've shown me. And for that, I was not willing to trust 6 strangers and go to trial. Nor was I going to put my daughter through an additional trauma. This plea was in our best interest. You and I both know the evidence is extremely substantial. But even with that, I refuse to have my child be tormented when she's done nothing wrong. All she holds is the truth. And I will say this, although you were so worried about being labeled a sex offender, you did us a huge favor by admitting to guilt, period. So for that, I thank you. I truly thank you. Yes, mitigation took place and I allowed it as long as it meant you going to prison and you getting true help. Because true help means no more victims. The fact that your only non-negotiable was to accept the sex crime shows exactly the type of man that you are. You know what you did in that hotel room. I know what you did, and my daughter knows what you did. DNA doesn't lie. There's no reason why your DNA should have been found on my baby. And yes, I satisfied your bogus request to not be labeled a sex offender, but it doesn't take away from who you truly are. I wasn't going to waste any time going back and forth with you over a label. God will judge you for exactly the person he knows you to be, a sexual predator. So rest assured, jail time equals jail time. And I pray that during your 10 years of sex offender probation, you actually receive the treatment that you need, and it helps heal your sick mind and get the thoughts of being with children out of it. All you care about is your pretend image. But I know exactly who you are now. You want to be this public figure, but you want to do all your evil acts in secret. You're so self-centered. That's why the last time I saw you on February 27, 2021, you fought me. You tried to hold me hostage from taking my daughter to the hospital. I'll never forget that cowardly look in your eyes. I'll never forget it. You were so scared. You were so scared because you realized you messed with the wrong one. Your last words to me, you held me and said, please don't go. You're going to ruin my career. Well, today, September 6th, 2023, my last words to you are, I hope the next 17 years of your life, you're reminded of the disgusting, terrifying, unforgettable act that you've done to my innocent daughter. Shame on you. And although you've caused a tremendous amount of trauma for myself and my daughter, we will and will always be superior of you, because a successful, honest career is something that you can never, ever have. We will both continue to stand against violence. My daughter will continue to persevere and be bright and intelligent and courageous young woman that she is. So Michael Nowak, I hope you enjoy prison, and God bless you.
Now, this is the thing I want to say, right? This is the thing that I want to say. These guys are charismatic. The mom had to be enamored with the life that Polite was portraying. And because of that, because Polite wasn't hiding anything, he was in Vegas, there was parties, a lot of liquor, a lot of drugs, a lot of women, a lot of everything. And the mom made a choice to be around that environment and even bring her daughter around that environment and subject her daughter to that. Now, does that mean that she deserved to have her daughter molested? Absolutely not. But a greater question that has to be asked is, why does a lot of our women gravitate towards this type of bullshit? They should have never been there. When Polite first came in, Polite didn't come in this way. I don't think the mom should be in prison because they had some type of relationship where the mom looked at him and trusted him. But I would just have to ask the mom, the information that he was putting out, you was around him to know that everything he was taught, his behavior was contrary to the information that he was putting out. How could you trust somebody like this? Let alone your baby. You saw that he was saying the black woman is God, but then he got videos of porn, champagne on bitches' buttholes. This is what he's doing. But not just this woman, time after time after time after time. Even when I was young and I was in the game in the streets and we was getting money, riding around in all kinds of cars, guns, sometimes getting in shootouts, it was always a bunch of women waiting in line to roll with us. And when you young, you don't understand or see this, but the women are always intrigued or want to be around the charlatan or the gangster, the trickster, not the regular guy. This guy clearly, Janice clearly was showing. Yes, clearly was showing what he was about. The mom saw it. She was at those parties. She was taking the trips with him. She saw what he talked about online and then the life that he was living offline. She was there for it. She was there for it. Yep. Need to please work it out with your father. It's not see. And see, the thing is, I played the Sinetta video first, right? Before I played this mom in the second incident. Because I wanted you guys to see. Matter of fact, let me do this for y'all real quick. Let me do this for y'all. So I can give you guys a visualization real quick. Let me do this real fast, right? Because y'all heard a voice, but now I want to give you a visual real fast. Let me go down. Hold on. Let me go down. Let me go down to yesterday. Hold on. I want y'all to see this, right? God damn. Why this shit moving so slow? Hold on. Brother Polite. Finally caught. Hold on. I don't know why this damn thing moving so slow. Like super fucking slow. Because y'all need to see y'all need to see this, because the thing is, a lot of okay, here it go. Oh, I should be right. Oh fuck, man. Hold on, I can go back up and get it from here. Hold on. You just go into the stream I did yesterday. This shit always acting fucking goofy. Hold on. Live stream we did yesterday. All right, hold on. I want y'all to see this, right? I want y'all to see the mom. I'm gonna show y'all a picture of the mom real fast. So y'all can get a face. Pull it up. Where you at? Oh, here we go. All right, so here we go. So this is the mom, right? Right here, Polite sitting there. He has his arm around her. Zion Lex, and when they were doing the interview, uncovered it. And he was talking. He was talking to him about it.
If you don't know nothing about you, look at the tears coming from
the girl started crying.
Right now.
Uh-oh. So this is the little girl crying when he brought that up. That's the mom right there. And this is the thing, right? This is the thing that I have to ask a lot of women. You can be around a man and you can clearly see that he's not what he's portraying himself to be. But I remember one time I was dating this girl years back. She had 2 daughters, and I have daughters, and I was at her house. I spent the night at her house, and she had to get up and go to work in the morning. But she got up and left me in the house. I was asleep. When I got up, I was in the house by myself with her daughter, and I remember when she got off work, she came home. We went out to eat, and I told her, I said, "Don't ever leave me in the house with your children like that again." I said, "I'm a good dude, but you don't know me like that." But I learned, I was younger. I was in my 20s. I learned that a lot of women, I don't think they're bad women, but they're irresponsible. This young girl, she's about 5 years older than me, but she left me in the house with her daughter. The daughter's father wasn't in her life, and she left me there with her. And she was a little girl. I watched her till the mom came home, but I don't touch children. But it was just kind of fucking alarming to me. And I remember I went home and said something to my older sister about that. And my sister was like, "You got to be careful with that girl. You got to be careful. That ain't cool." And, because I was younger. But me saying that, a lot of women put themselves and their children in harm's way with their decision when dealing with these guys. And it got to be said, because there's no way in the fucking world that I don't care. Even if you was intrigued and you wanted to go get your back blown out and be a part of it, why have your daughter with you around that? When you clearly knew that this guy was not what he said he was. He can talk real good, talk real fast, because even when he had the mitigated gall to do what he did, it was something in his mind that made him believe that he can try to persuade you not to tell on him, even though he just violated your daughter with the unthinkable. It was something inside of him that made him believe that there had to be something that he figured about you as the mom. So many little girls and boys get molested because these moms are having these men in the house or around their children because they want companionship so bad. And as a father, I wouldn't be responsible as a B1 black man that love the community if I'm not saying what I'm saying right now. Because there's a young girl or a young mother out there right now that need to hear what I'm saying. Not to say every man is a pedophile, but what I'm saying is when you meet a man, you don't know. So every man that you deal with should be on a probationary period, because you don't know who you got around your goddamn children. You don't know who you got around your children. Does that mean every man is a pedophile? Absolutely not. But he got to earn that trust. And when I was in my 20s, that girl left me in the house with her daughter. I went home and said, I got a sister that's 4 years older than me. I went home and talked to my sister about this shit, because I was confused as to why she would do that. So it's not, I'm not here to condemn or put women down, but I know that there's a lot of young girls out here that don't got help. They out here struggling. And some of them in their mind, they might not believe that a man would do that. But I'm here to tell you that there are a lot of men out here that will do that. And she entrusted Polite to take her daughter downstairs to take pictures. And this man took her daughter somewhere else and did what he did with her, and then wouldn't answer her phone calls. And he violated this little girl. And this is the image of the mom. I think the mom is Puerto Rican, if I'm not mistaken. And this is Zion Lex holding the girl that's crying. Go back over to where I was. Hold on. Wait a minute. So this was Polite. I mean, this was Sinetta, right? Before we get, this is Sinetta going in on it.
Nigga, you know that. Play yourself. You know that. Play your motherfucking self. Huh? She ran away from home to be with your bitch ass. She left her own mother to be with your bitch ass. Nigga, the fuck you talking about? Why you think her mother and them can't even find her?
Now, I want y'all to understand, Shantae and Empress, when Sinetta is talking now, he's talking about another girl before this incident. The incident that you guys just heard the mom speaking, this is what he went to jail for, is something totally different than what Sinetta's talking about. He had already had a history of being a pedo. He'd already had a history of messing with young girls, right? Now, Polite, right? Now watch this, because I got to draw the parallel, right? I want y'all to see this, right? Polite was riding around in all kinds of cars. He got access to women that look like this, and he's fucking all these kind of women, right? He's doing all this, right? Because we're going to call it out for what it is, right? We're going to speak the language. We're going to speak in that language that people know, right? He's running around here. He's doing all this kind of stuff with all these girls, right? Riding around in all these cars. He got all these images with all these girls, right? And he's selling the image. He's selling the image to make guys want to be with him. But he's running around sleeping with all these women. But this is the thing, Janice. With all that being said, at the end of the day, you got access. You have access to all these women, right? That and can I, hey Norma, can I be real? Sean, can I just keep it a buck? Can I keep it a buck without judgment? Black Voltron, as a man, we got women in here, but can I keep it 100? If the guys tell me I can keep it 100, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. Where you at, Norma? Where you at, Sean? Black Voltron, can I keep it 1,000? Now look at this shit. Look at this, right? Look at this, right? So he promoted image to when men see this, right? It automatically puts you on your lower self, because these is all type of women that we all want to fuck. Can we just be real for a minute, right? But he know what he's see. But listen to what I'm saying. What I'm about to, because I'm teaching now. I'm in bishop mode. He's peeping the weakness in the game and he's exploiting it. He knows that if he caters to the lower vibration of ourselves, which is our lower desires, right? He can pull us into that trap and make us acquiesce to what it is he's doing. So now we're more enamored with what he's doing instead of being alarmed with what he's doing. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna post images of women that I know these niggas want to fuck. And I got access to it. So now you want to be like me. You want to be like me. Look at this. Look at this. Look at them chocolate legs and all that stuff. I'm a talk in a language you understand, because when we as men, so he come up here, he got all this, and he got the young guys looking, right? Listen, right? Listen to me. Because this is manipulation at its finest, right? And this is manipulation at its finest. Hold on. Matter of fact, look at this. All this stuff is on this channel where he got access to these women, right? He got access to these women, right? And men, I want y'all to understand something, right? Because I'm teaching. I want y'all to understand manipulation of the game. He's posting. Let me bring this up. Let me bring this up. Hold on. Right? Let me bring this up. Let me bring this up. Let's see if I can. Now he's pouring champagne on a girl, right? Hold on. Let me see if I can pour these. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So let's look. So let's look at this, right? Let's look at this, right? I want to draw. I want y'all to see this, right? Oh shit! Hold on. Why did it go into there? Did it bring it up? I was moving so slow. Why didn't it come up? Hold on. Hold up. Let me go back. Hold up. I got it down. I can bring it up now. All right. I want y'all to see this, right? I want y'all to see this. So this is what he's doing, right? This is what he's doing, D-Red. This is what he's doing, D-Red. And it might not work on you, D-Red, or some of us, but we're smarter. But I want y'all to really think about this, right? Listen to what I'm telling you. Narmer, D-Red, look at this girl right here on the end. Look at this girl right here. Now, he drunk as hell, right? So this is his wife right here. Look at this girl on the end, right? So he got access to fuck these kind of girls. Listen to what I'm telling y'all. Why the fuck would he want to take a 14-year-old girl? Something has to be wrong with him. Look at this girl right here. See, if I can get guys to be honest, who in their right mind when you see her say, what the hell, goddamn, right? But he know what he's doing. He's promoting this image to you as an image to make you want to get into your lower self so that way you can come into hell with him. He wants your mind in hell. So he's drinking, he got the scantily clad women. We're men. I love my wife, but look at this fucking woman. He know what he's doing. But see, I'm smart enough to understand that. So I'm not 25 no more. When I see it, I know what he's doing. So now I'm watching in my mind like, oh my God. Damn, look at them bitches. Look, I'm talking in language we understand. Look at them bitches polite guy. God damn, look at the one in the white right there. Oh my God, right? Now all of a sudden, if you young, man, I want to be like polite. So now you hanging on to everything he's talking about. You hanging on to every word because he used the art of manipulation. And what he did was he's catering to your desires. And once he caters to your desire, he takes control of your thoughts. Once he takes control of your thoughts, he can control your imagination. Now he has you imagining things to be like polite. So now what he stole was your creativity. Because now you're living vicariously through him and his presentation. Because now you want to be like him. This is the manipulation of a pedo. And this is why he can get around people and talk the way he talks, because his presentation is manipulation. And I mean, let me go further into, because I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna break this down. When women see men with other women, right? Let me share again. Let me come back and share. I gotta get in. I gotta get back in. So let's move over, right? Let's go over here. When women see, I want you guys to understand something about the nature of a woman. If you ever somewhere, and Polite understand this, right? Now look at this, look at her, right? Look at this chocolate morsel, right? And this is important, right? This is important. When women see men and you try to talk to her and she's not intrigued, when she see you with other beautiful women, whenever a woman see a man with other beautiful women, she wants to now talk to that woman. She's now intrigued with this man. And so what he does is he surrounds himself with other beautiful women because that lures other beautiful women in. And this is how he was able to molest that girl. This is how he was able to get that mom to trust him because he had other beautiful women in his tuck. And that made the other woman comfortable enough to come around him and be around him. This is manipulation. But see, when I try to explain this, you get called a hater. George, you a hater. No, I'm an OG. I understand the game. Women are attracted to men that can attract other beautiful women. Women are attracted to men that can attract other beautiful women. So he promote these images to you. Yes. But see, what young Pharaoh did was copy Polite. He copied Polite. So hold on, where he at? He give you these images. He give you these images of all these beautiful women, right? So now now people say, well, man, how was you able to be over there with him? Because he promoted this image. He promoted this image to those women. And that look at this, right? Look at the company he's keeping, right? So he's looking like a pimp. He's looking like a modern day pimp. He's hanging with the millionaires and the stars. He got the bitches with him, right? He got the cars. So now the girls is enamored with it. I'm gonna call it for what it is. He was able to molest your daughter because he catered to your desires, and you fell short of you fell into hell in your lower self, and you had a yearn and a lust to be around this man. And in your yearning and lust, you was blinded by who this man really was. Oh, the numbers fall. See, we go from 50 to 42 when you tell the truth and shame the devil. Because this is the image that he promoted. It's called fake it till you make it. And that's how he was able to infiltrate. Ball players. Look. Watch my numbers, y'all. My numbers dropping when you tell the truth. This is all the stuff. Right? This is all the stuff that he promote. And see, all of this stuff. Now I'm going to go back to the video, right? Now I want y'all to see, right? Because a lot of these cars was rented, but we're gonna go back up, right? So now that y'all got the gist of what I'm saying, right? Let me show y'all what this dude did. Let's go back up to the top. Look at what this guy did.
Abundance. The mother and the daughter and the prosecution dropped every single sexual charge. I'm saying it again. The mother, the daughter, my accusers, in addition to the state, the prosecution, all agreed they need to drop all of the sexual charges. So yeah, it's a victory, but it's bittersweet. It's a victory because I was facing life. No parole, no probation. Now you may say, how could this be possible if a minor was so-called molested and it was DNA evidence? And people say DNA don't lie. And I always said, people do. Well, let's do this. The serologist, the expert that so-called found 6 semen stains amongst a headscarf and a t-shirt. Never mind the fact the whole rape kit said negative, negative, negative. They checked this girl for 5 different types of DNA, finger DNA, all types of different DNA. Checked her vagina, checked her mouth, checked her saliva, checked her excrement, checked her feces, checked her urine. Everything came up negative. You would think because of all the violent acts I was accused of, how I came inside of her, how I came on her face, how I bust her mouth open from penetrating her so physically, that there would be some kind of trace of something, some kind of DNA. But the rape kit came up all negative. So now we're in a conundrum. So how the hell how does the DNA just skip to a t-shirt and a headscarf? Well, the serologist that did the report that labeled it semen stains, when you got high-powered attorneys such as myself, then what happens is when you spend damn near 200 grand on your defense, you have the right to do depositions. We have our own private investigator. We have our own, guess what, forensics expert. So our forensics expert said this. Our forensics expert said, we want to take a look and see what's going on over there. So when our forensics expert took a look and examined these so-called clothes with semen stains, we had some questions about how did you definitively conclude that that was semen in the first damn place? So guess what happens after that? A deposition is when we interview anybody that's part of the situation.
I want y'all to look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. Look at the redness around his eyes and his face. He's depressed. He knows it's over. The gig is up. He knows it's over. Listen to me, y'all. Listen to me well. R. Kelly, at some point, probably could have fucked anybody's wife. That's how big R. Kelly was. R. Kelly could have got anybody, damn near anybody's wife, to lie to their husband and go out and get fucked because he was R. Kelly. But he chose to be on video eating the behind of a 15-year-old kid. We all saw that video. He chose to fuck with young girls. That's a sickness. Something's wrong there. I mean, he was R. Kelly, for crying out loud. He had access to all the baddest fucking women. I'm talking about drop dead of all races because he was R. Kelly. What the hell? Well, I don't know what they be doing to me, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Make sure y'all be hitting that like button. He had access to all the women. So now, when I'm showing you Polite's channel, Polite got access. We all men from the block. We all looking with our mouth open like, God damn, Polite, look at these fucking bitches you got. I'm talking in language they understand. How are we dropping like this? And the teaching I'm teaching, what are we doing here? This is crazy, man. Whew. It's he was selling an image to you. And this is what he did was he peeped the weakness in the game. And I'm using the term bitch and hoes because I'm speaking in the language that the streets understand in the way that they talk. That's the way I'm speaking because that's the language. So what he did was, because that's what he was doing, he put a bunch of big booty, pretty bitches in front of you. And this time, it's like when niggas, because that's what you and your lower self, when niggas saw them pictures, they said, God damn, I want to be like Polite. Fuck that B1 shit George talking about. Fuck that family life George talking about. Fuck them programs with them kids George talking about. This nigga got the bitches. I want to get the pussy Polite getting. Man, he riding in cars. He hanging with fucking entertainers and stars. He in Hollywood. He pouring fucking champagne on bitches' buttholes. Man, goddamn, right? Because he understood that if I can cater to your lower desires, I can control your imaginative thoughts. I can control you. And now I got you. Because that's the same thing as the art of manipulation through social engineering. And this is what he did. So now this is why he feels like he can come Before he pre-recorded a video before he got sentenced and still come talk the way he talked. Because he's been doing this for so long, he believes his own lies, y'all. He believes his own lies. But he suffers from a sickness. A sickness. He's sick. Right. He's very, very, very intelligent and almost genius-like. But he had a sickness that dwells within that. Because his genius wasn't connected to his spirit. It was connected to the mind, which is corrupted by the ways of the world. So he had everything he did was worldly, not spiritual. He used the spiritual to manipulate you because the way he came into the community with the umps and all that kind of stuff, the way he ended is who he really was. But he came into grift to get the money to show you who he really was. So what I'm telling you guys is the reason why the mother was able to be manipulated and be over there with him because he sold her something to her desires to make her desire to be a part of what he had going on. It's kind of like when I was selling dope in the game in the 90s and I knew if I go get this SC400 mint green or jet black coupe, right? And put the deep dish hammers on it, right? With the tan gut. I knew if I come through with the Lexus Coupe 96, right? Or the BM wagon with the deep dish hammers on it, I knew that when I come through, right? I got the iceberg shit on at the time. I got that shit on, right? I can manipulate girls to want to be a part of what I'm presenting to them. Because when I was dusty and broke, right? See, can I talk real? See, y'all don't want me to talk real. See, I did videos where I talked about it's time to tell the youth the truth. I did videos where I said the casual sex is destroying the black community. And I knew, I'm telling y'all what Polite was doing. I knew for a fact that when I was broke and dusty on the block, riding around in the Mazda 626 with an ounce of coke, when I got up to the brick level and I'm riding around in cars, I got bad red bones and thick chocolate chicks. Now I'm finding out I can get head in the car. I can bang 2 and 3 chicks at the same time. Why are you saying all of this, George? Is important that I'm saying this. I hope that y'all listen and learn something. I was broke and dusty, and I couldn't get those women to cooperate. I might have had one or two good girls that would listen to me, but when I got money, I did them wrong. I started chasing all the bad bitches that I was lusting after, and I was able to get all them bad bitches to let me do whatever I want sexually, put it where I want, do whatever I want to do to them. But they didn't like me. They liked what I was presenting to them. It was the presentation. And when I found out that all I got to do is get this money and floss and be seen as a king amongst men, man, them thongs will be pulled to the side, panties is falling down. They coming over with dresses with no drawers on. I ain't even got the ass. They fighting over me in hair salons. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. A year ago, I was just dusty as fuck. Now I got women fighting over me. I'm talking about some of the baddest women in the city. You got money, you can buy gifts. Oh, you like that fur baby? Yeah, that's all you, baby. Put that on, man. Put that on, baby. Huh? Why you making love to her? You talking to her? Do he treat you like I do? He do you like this? He buy all these things to you. This is what Polite is doing. He's manipulating her desires in her mind. He's beating her back out. He's showering her with gifts. But the one thing that he's doing that's even more important than that is he's looking good and to other people where she can see it. So now when she's seen with him, she feels important. I'm going to say it to you again. The one thing that he knows is, because he understood the game, Sunshine Brand, Empress, I want you women to listen to what I'm telling you. When you see him in pictures with Floyd Mayweather, you see him in pictures with the Maybachs and the Benzes, and he's out there shining and looking good. He's presenting himself as a king, and he's important when he walks in a room. People turn around. the women get wet from that because women love a man that has power. So he presents his power to her and he lures them in. Listen to me. This is how he was able to molest her daughter. He presents his power to her as a man that's respected, not neglected. He's selected and protected and respected. Now he goes into her sexually and he gives it to her good. And he's talking into her ear because women fall in love with what they hear. Men fall in love with what they see. He's talking to her in the ear, saying all kinds of stuff to her while he's beating her back out. Y'all, oh, matter of fact, you know what? Let me prove my point. Watch this. Hold on. Let me prove another point. Matter of fact, where my paper at? Because I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to see this. It was at 120. No, hold on. It should be right. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. I want y'all to see this because I'm in teaching mode now. I want y'all to see this.
Sir,
Man, that's fucked up, man. Muscle, but I wanted to lose.
But I'm saying it plays a significant role too. Now, I'm not saying I'm trying to dick her down. I'm just saying 18 years of that dick appropriation. And it'd be a matter of time before you come into your being. Every man can't do it. But on certain...
Man, that's fucked up, man. I want y'all to listen. This is fucked up, man. I'm disappointed. Listen, look. When I was watching Sinetta, hold on. So he promote this image to you, right? Y'all gotta listen to me because I'm teaching y'all something. Y'all not gonna get this on other channels because most people can't give you game like this. They ain't lived this life. They never saw kilos of cocaine. They don't even know. They don't know what Gem Stars is. They don't know how to open it up. They never been on a car lot buying cars. They never had the baddest bitches. They never traveled. They never did anything. I lived that life and I gave it all up to be married and take care of my children because I understood the flip side that come with that. I'm telling you what I know what I'm talking about, right? So what I'm saying is he's presenting the image of a dope boy. I was living like that. Promote the image of a dope boy, right? So with these girls, right? This is me 11 years ago, still down there, part of Sinetta TV, on the grounds talking, that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? You know, that was, we were out there, we was busting it up. This is me with Sinetta and them. Let's go over here.
Different.
Hold on. But as the more I would go up there, I begin to see. I want y'all to see. A lot of people got a lot of people in their room. I'm trying to just when I'm not talking about tonight. A lot of people got a lot of. I wonder, you know. A lot of people got a lot of people in their room because they just talking about polite. I'm trying to find. What they're not going to be able to do is pull out old stuff and receipts. I was there. I know what he was saying. Hold on. And you like this is what his wives looked like when he first came in the game. That's what they look like, y'all. So now I want y'all to see when he's talking about the fucking these girls. I gotta was so fixated. Everybody was so fixated on he's telling the black woman what she wants to hear. And he's telling the black woman falling the chocolate one. God damn, man, what the fuck, Floyd, right? I had to telling women, hold on. Telling a woman to a god, we gotta. He said I can turn a woman to a god based off of what he does to them sexually. Hold on. This is what he said. See, a lot of this is what Polite did. Look. I don't understand what's going on. I had
different conversation. Now, I don't want to say you have to be dick down to become a goddess, but I'm saying it plays a significant role too. Now, I'm not saying I'm trying to dick her down. I'm just saying 18 years of that dick appropriation, and it'd be a matter of time before you come into your being. Every man can't do it, but I'm saying it plays a significant role too. Now, I'm not saying I'm trying to dick her down. I'm just saying 18 years of that dick appropriation,
Now,
and it'd be a matter of time before.
now, let me get in teach mode, right? I want y'all to see this, right? He promote these images, right? So listen. So now when other women see him, and they hear him talking, right? They hear him talking. He's presenting these images, right? Women now want to be a part of what he's got going on. So what I'm doing is I'm showing you. So now he presents himself. He's coming out now in the position of a pimp, right? But what he's doing he's manipulating the minds of women. I know this because I've done this. I understood what it was like to get shot down by women. I see some of the baddest girls in school, and I knew I didn't have a chance, but I ain't had no money. I was short. I had bumps on my face. I wasn't tall. I couldn't sing. I was a good athlete, but I was short. I didn't have no muscles like I got now. You know what I'm saying? I was broke and dusty. And I said, man, I got to figure out. I knew homies that can get all the girls, right? And I said, man, I got to figure out a way I can get girls and get some status, right? But I was respected in the street because I was a bully. I didn't like bullies. I was wild. They used to call me the militant midget. I was crazy. So when we start really getting into the dope, selling the dope heavy, I started making a lot of money. I got into the gym and I went and got muscles. I got my body right? I was pulling up in different cars, and I had different furs. And matter of fact, let me see something quick. Let me see. Right, because I'm saying all this because I want to show you the manipulation, so that way a lot of you young girls that might see this video, you can understand the traps, that you don't fall into the traps, and young men. So that way you don't go and you don't do the girls of your community wrong. Hold on. Look, right? I want y'all to see this. Hold on. I just seen the picture. Now, y'all seen the picture I showed y'all of his wife at that time, but that's what it's. Yeah, they used to call me the militant midget because I was crazy. I was the one that didn't mind busting my gun. I was small, and I had a short man's complex. I felt like niggas was always trying to play me. So once I figured out in 1987 that whoever was willing to pull that trigger, niggas will talk that shit. When you willing to pull that trigger, niggas get out the way. So when it was my turn to get on the block, I needed 3-4 block radius. I need all the money here, me and my niggas. Everybody else got to go. And I found out that I didn't even have to chase women. All I had to do was chase my dream, whether it was a negative dream or positive dream. And the more money came in, the women showed up. And I'm telling y'all what Polite was doing, how he was able to molest this little girl. He understood that if his presentation was fantastic, terrific, stuntastic, he can get women, he can manipulate certain women to be a part of it. So when he's talking about the dick appropriation, I'm telling you right now, I told you, he's fucking these girls. And he found out I'm good at fucking. I'm talking to her in her ear. I'm fucking her into my consciousness now. So now she's hanging on to everything I said. Because when she's orgasm, I'm bringing her to orgasm. She's listening to me talk. So now she's drunk under me. And my presentation. So now she's trustworthy of me. And I shower her with gifts. So I'm giving her the best dick she ever had. I'm psychologically conditioning her to be under my consciousness, under my teachings. And I'm giving her gifts. I'm on her, and she's part of, now she's comfortable. Because when she walks in the room, I'm in the room with very important, respected people. And guess who she's with? She's with me. So now her self-esteem is lifted. But it's all manipulation. It's manipulation, family. And that's why he was able to gain her trust to take her daughter and do this. See, Polite never lied to you. Polite told you right here. He told you. He told you.
Perpetually just through what I do with them sexually. That's all.
Whoa. See. I wonder, D-rated information, man. What I wonder is this, my
Questions.
look.
You need a mic? You good?
He's telling the black woman it was this what. Hold on. I just had it here. I know what he was. Everybody asleep, and then shit. I just
different conversation. Now, I don't want to say you have to be dick down to become a goddess, but I'm saying it plays a significant role too.
Listen, y'all. Listen, man. I'm not saying I gotta hit your kundalini. Now he's telling you because he's a god. But when I'm dicking you down and I'm bringing you to ecstasy and orgasm, I'm bringing you into your goddessness through the appropriation of my penis. Now you're hanging with me. Now you're on the team. Listen, y'all. Listen. I'm not saying I gotta hit your root chakra, but it plays a significant role. He's playing his wordplay. I wonder, you know what's funny?
Different conversation. Now, I don't want to say you have to be dick down to become a goddess, but I'm saying it plays a significant role too.
You hear that information, man? I'm those from 2 years. Wait a minute, I'm trying to man. This is me up there. Like peep the. Oh, look.
You need a mic? You good? We could pretty much.
You ain't even gonna holler at your man. Word? He trying to talk to you? That's what I'm telling you. He trying to talk to me. Well, I'm cutting.
Hold on for a minute. Hold on. Let me just say this. Sharon, over here, we don't do none of that. Nobody support that message. If you're coming over here with negative energy, respectfully, I ask you to leave. If you're coming over here and you want to add on, be a part of the family and what we do over here and we teach, you're more than welcome to stay. But over here, we don't deal with no disrespect. We don't deal with gender war. We don't support the bullshit. It's all about black family first. If you notice, the women over here know how to behave and respect men, and the men over here know how to respect women. If that's something that you're not capable of doing, I respectfully ask you to leave. We don't deal with no gender war here at all. And if the sister can come in and sit down and act like she got some sense, she's more than welcome to stay. If not, I will ask that my moderators just get rid of her. Thank you. Let's keep going.
My homie off.
He's rocking you back to sleep again. He's going back in to tell, and he's telling the black woman what she wants to hear. And he's telling you about your power and everything. But this is the thing. Y'all got to listen. He's telling you about your power. He's telling you about your influence and how you can influence a man. But the only way you can do this is to get the proper dick appropriation. He just told you that 15 minutes prior. None of your influence and your godly activation is activated by dick. When you get the proper pipe that can hit all your spots, it's going to activate your God gene. That's what he just told you. And see, the thing is with Polite ain't lied to you. Polite came right before everybody and told you, but what Polite did was, this is what Polite did. Polite understood the assignment. Polite came on here and he gave sex-starved men images like this. You looked at Aminette, you want to fuck Aminette. You had visions of fucking Aminette. He gave you the red bone and the chocolate woman. He put it in your face. He had her cheeks and her titties out. And he sold you sexual energy because he know we live in a pornographic society. He gave you images. He gave you, and this is the stuff that I'm talking about. Hold on, I'm gonna show this one image before we go back. This is Aminette now. Look at her ass and everything. But I want y'all to see. Let's go back. That's Aminette before all that. This is Aminette right here. That's Aminette right there, right? This is Aminette right here, right? The afros. Now look at Aminette. She got the weave. She got the cheeks hanging out. She in the red bottom shoes. She got all that. They on the piano. Now, after they done got your money, they doing it up, right? And then they promote these images, right? Then he got the image with the. Hold on, he was promoting images like this. He got the red bone with the fat ass with the Polite right here. And everybody saw it. And this is he's looking nothing like he's not teaching or motherfucker 14-year-old. So this is what I'm saying. Part of his game, Sister Shantae, is from a man's perspective is part of his game when he's telling you is the dick appropriation is also part of his stick. So I can dick them down, I can present my image to them, and I can control their desires by my presentation. And I knew that because these are things that we practice. But all of that, let me say this too, right? Let me go back over. Let me say this before I play some more, right? Because I want you guys to understand something. All of that behavior that we partake in is a part of insecurity. I presented myself in a way because I was insecure. I wanted access to something that I felt like I didn't have access to. So I took part in a lifestyle and created a lifestyle for myself to have access to a world that I wasn't invited to. I wasn't included in. So I got into that world of being seen amongst men because I understood that once I'm seen amongst men and I'm top dog amongst men, women show up. Yeah, that's what he said. He typing into their Kundalini energy. And that's what he was doing. But let's listen to some more what he was saying.
Whether it be the mother, the daughter, the people who took the 911 call, whoever. The prosecutor gets to sit in while we interview them, while there's a court-appointed stenographer that types up everything. The prosecutor can hear everything as it goes so they can make a determining factor if they got a case or not. Point in case, we couldn't interview the serologist, Stephanie Thompson, because she mysteriously disappears when we want to question her about how she came up with those results. I'll say it again. The person who said that there was semen stains on the headscarf and the shirt, despite the fact the rape kit tested for 5 different DNAs, considering the egregious acts that I was accused of, the rape kit came up all negative, which science would suggest I did absolutely none of the things that I was accused of. Science would suggest I did absolutely none of the things that I was accused of.
Now I want y'all to listen. He just double talked. He's saying that he was innocent, but the woman that could exonerate him came up missing. So he has all the allegations, but he can't prove any of the things he's saying because the woman came up missing. Of course, she would have to come up missing because that would justify why you're going to prison. But then you can come and say, "Hey, I'm being framed. I'm being framed." See, he still believes his own bullshit. He believes his own bullshit. So now all of a sudden, the woman that did all the science stuff, she just come up missing. But then they would have been some form of mistrial. Why would you plead out? They would have had to find this woman or redo it again with somebody else. Come on, man. He ain't the only person that been in trouble before. Who the fuck he think he fooling? The people that had the scientific evidence to prove that he will be innocent or guilty just come up missing and they can't present the information in court. The judge would have mandated that they do it again. But see, if you're not listening, and Polite knows that the people only listen for a short time and he thinks that you're stupid, so he can double talk you. He can tell you any goddamn thing.
Accused of. Okay? All right? That's what science would suggest. Science would suggest that. But here's this woman talking about this DNA evidence, and then now when we call her so we can interview her, get a deposition, and have it on record with my attorneys questioning them based on the findings of our forensic expert, she's nowhere to be found. So you know what we could do now? We could file a motion to dismiss the DNA for the case. That's what we could do. Because if we go to trial, we won't be able to cross-examine her because suddenly she disappears. She works for some private company and no one could find her. Now, all the while, the state been giving me opportunities to plead 20 years sexual offender, plead 15 years sexual offender. And I'm like, I wouldn't care if you gave me 1 day in prison. So long as you got that label registered sex offender on there, I'm going to trial. So long as you got that label there, registered sex offender, I'm going to trial because I can never make a plea to something like that. So guess what happens? The state says if we ever want to do,
I want y'all to listen, right? Let me tell you something about these guys, man. These charlatans. He's making it like he's a martyr. So basically, what they did to his teacher, they doing to him. He's being set up. He's being set up by the government The government is setting him up. They planted that girl there to come set him up and take him away, the same way they did Dr. York and so many other great leaders before him. He's being set up because he was such a stalwart in the community. He was such a great guy. He was such an amazing fucking guy. He was terrific. He was such a fantastic guy. And he's now being set up by the white man. The white man is setting him up now. That's what he's telling y'all. But you got to learn how to listen. I'm from the street. I graduated from Negro State University. I am a professor emeritus in Negroology and Negroisms. I know all the nigga shit. And I know what he's saying. I speak nigga. And right now he's speaking nigga. But if you don't fully understand it, he'll leave you behind. It's manipulation tactics. Yes, I am a graduate of Negro State University.
Interviews, depositions. If we ever want to get a deposition from the mother and a deposition from the daughter, all bets are off. They'll never do an agreement with me. They said they'll never do an agreement. Never do an agreement. Work out an agreement or a plea. I said, I don't give a... My attorneys will tell you straight up, because when you see my attorney video, he's going to tell you straight up. From day one, I said, I'm never doing an agreement to any sexual charges. Interview the mother and the daughter. So they are the last of our depositions. We got the police body cams. We realized that the police report contradicts the affidavit that they did. The affidavit contradicts the interviews that they did on the body cam. So we got 3 contradictions. The story that the mother and daughter tells on the body cam, the stories that they told in the police report, and the stories that they tell on the affidavits. None of them work out. And I'm going to speak about that. But ultimately, we want to interview them. So when we interview them and do our depositions, have the prosecutor sit there, we already know where they're lying. We already know their lies. We looked at each of the 3 different types of lies they said for that night. So guess what's going to happen when we get to interview them? We're just going to ask them questions so they can contradict themselves. So when we go to court, we can ask them which story is true and why did you lie? So the prosecutor hits us again. Well, you know he's going to be facing life. We're in the week now where we got to interview the mother and daughter to get the deposition. So guess what happens 2 days before the mother and daughter are supposed to fly into town for us to get the depositions? They call. After a week ago threatening me, 2 days before the mother and daughter are supposed to fly out, they say, hey, we drop all the sexual charges. Huh? They say we're dropping all the sexual charges. And let me add something to this. Y'all heard this crazy story that I called a grown woman and asked if I could take her 14-year-old girl to a party. And y'all believe that bullshit. But guess what my text messages say? My text message.
So this would be the question. Well, who's setting you up? So is it the government? Is Mr. Charlie and them setting you? He got a letter from the government the other day. Huh? They setting him up. See, listen, y'all, this is what he's saying. He's making himself be a martyr. This is what he's saying. This is what he's saying. Y'all gotta listen. He's playing you again. He's doing it with emotion and passion. So now you're listening, like, yeah, but like they've been doing this to all our leaders, man. Yeah, they've been doing this, man. Man, they killed Dr. King, they killed Malcolm X, they killed Medgar Evers, man. They ran the Black Panthers out of the country, man. They got a shot at, man. Every time a black messiah stand up and try to do something, they always come after them. Yeah, polite. Yeah, polite.
Just say she asked me. Oh, hold on, let's reverse. Do you know that we broke up that same day? And later that, within a day, within 24 hours, she filed a criminal complaint. Let's add some more color to it. Do you know that the same day that I broke up with her, in my text messages is proven, she said she was going to destroy my life. She was going to.
I thought the black woman was God, polite. But see, hold on. Watch this. I'm ready to break this down. I got to get in bishop mode for this one.
Fuck my whole shit up. So we have motive. Do you know that I wasn't the one that asked to take her daughter to a party after 2 a.m. in the morning? Do you know my text messages say? She contacted me and asked me to take her daughter.
Okay. Let me sit my phone. I got to sit up for this one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on for a second. I got to unshare for a minute. Because I got to talk. I got to talk. Unshare for a minute. Stop sharing. Listen, I want y'all to listen to me well now. And because I want y'all to see the trick. I want y'all to see the trick and the manipulation, right? Now, he gave you a story for many years that the black woman is God and the black woman is his God and the black woman is money. He talked about dick appropriation, dicking a woman down. And he showered these women with gifts and his presentation. But the flip side to that is, I didn't get a chance to tell you. You're giving this woman all this good dick. You're talking to her in her ear. You're saying all these sweet nothings in her ear. You're giving her gifts and you're looking good. And she's on your arm looking good to the world. And now y'all breaking up. She don't want to leave that lifestyle. If she got to leave that lifestyle, so do you. So do you. This is the drawbacks when it comes to that. See, you presented that the black woman was God. But the same black woman that was a God is now becoming Sekhmet. And she's coming to destroy your world. Right? Because you didn't stand on principle. The very aspect of who you said you was and what you presented to the world is not what you stood on. So now you're reaping what you sow. Now you're reaping what you sow. You reaping, you stole from people, you lied, you manipulated the minds of women, and those same tactics. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that let's just hypothetically speak, right? Empress and Sean and these Zion, Black Voltron. Let's just say Chaos. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that Polite was innocent, right? Listen to me, right? Listen to me very, very closely. Let's just say Polite was innocent. You know why he's in jail? Because he's a liar. And his presentation was contrary to his message. And when you went around and said that the black woman was God, the very black woman that you said was God is the black woman that put your black ass in jail because you wasn't standing on your square in the correct way. So when you fell hard. So it don't matter whether you was innocent or guilty. You are a product of your own bullshit. And you presented yourself that the black woman was God. But then your presentation was you pouring wine on women's buttholes. Being in bed with two different women with fishnet stockings on and tight dresses and luring men to lust after your women. And luring men, the images that you put out, lured men to lust after women in their places. So what you did was a double doozy. You promoted lower deceptive energy that catered to the lower stuff of men's desires. So after watching your videos, you made men go out now and go after women in their lower nature. This is what you put out to the world, Brother Polite. You showed these women. Listen, hold on. Let me give illustration to what I'm saying. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's share the screen so that way we can get outstanding understanding to what I'm saying. Hold up. Let's pull some of these images up. Oh shit. Why didn't hold on. My fault, I gotta show. I want y'all to see this, right? But this is important, man. When we're doing this kind of stuff, we gotta put stuff in this perspective, in its proper perspective. So you're promoting these type of images, right, to the world and to the people. So now, hold on, let me pull up one more, right? Let me get one more because I want to give a so that way we can get a full understanding for the dangers of these type of people when they're coming out and teaching, because a lot of times people do a lot of talking, but visualization of things is very important, right? The visuals of things is very important. Here we go. Here we go. All right, let me put that down there real quick. Let me pull up one more. Yeah, let me pull up this one. Let me pull up this one because I want y'all to see what I'm talking about. Let's pull that one up. So, okay, I got them. All right, so let me go here. Go over to my window. So he put these images in your face, right? Let me tell you men something. Let me tell you men something how he manipulates you. You watch Polite and you like Polite's information. But in the middle of his information, let me tell you how the Most High worked, man, and why. 2 Corinthians 6:17 said you must come out from amongst them and be clean. Romans 12:2 says you be not conformed by the ways of this world, but by the renewing of your mind. When you see this, he's giving you all this black woman is God and all this Kundalini spiritual energy. But then he gives you this. And your eyes see this. It puts you in the lower state of your desires. So now, because you can't be with Polite, when you get offline, what you do is how do I switch it? Hold on. What you do is, right? Because like I said, you're not gonna get this teaching nowhere else. They're not gonna break it down like this. So let's move it up, right? And I want you women to understand something. When you see this, but you can't hang with Polite. So now when you go outside to the gym, outside in the streets, you in your lower mindset now, because you're emulating what you saw with Polite, because you're intrigued. You want to be like it. The same way watching basketball on TV and you went to the basketball court and you wanted to be Dominique Wilkins or Isaiah Thomas or all those people. The same way when you watch basketball wives and you see them girls with red bottoms on, or you watch Little Kim and you put on a cat suit and went to a Biggie concert, you wanted to be like that. So now when you see him with these women, you like, man, oh shit, I want to be like Brother Polite. I want to do this. Polite knows that. So the art of manipulation is serious. But hold on. I can't hold on, let me bring this up. Let me bring this one up. Let me bring this one up. Oh, I ain't see the other one. All right, well, no, we ain't got to go back to that then. I think I made my point. Let me just go back to let me go back here. Let's go back to listening to his lies.
Out to a party after 2 a.m. in the morning, and I vehemently declined. I said, what the hell do I look like as a grown man taking a 14-year-old that obviously looks like a minor to a party? Y'all don't know that, though. All of this is in my text message.
How did you do it?
Y'all don't know that, though. So you say, well, then Polite, then you should be clean. I should be, but unfortunately, the mother turned her daughter in. The daughter got high and intoxicated, and because I'm not the one that turned them in, now we dealing with child abuse and delinquency. Why did you take her to the party in the first? Hey, make sure you guys hitting Urban Nerds. We got 52 people in here. Make sure y'all hit that like button and hit that cash app, man. Support Urban Nerds, man. You know this kind of information ain't supported. You know what I mean? You know, I got a gender war and really bang on black women or men to make money in these spaces. So make sure you guys hit that cash app and support Urban Nerds. Support our foundation, man. Anything count. Anything count. Let me see if a minor. If they could, so I'm like, let's fight it. Let's fight it. So my attorney's like, I just want you to understand that this child abuse in Florida, aggravated child abuse, from the child being intoxicated, they can give you 30 years in prison. I'm like, man, take the goddamn agreement. Under what circumstances? If they can convince the jury that whether you gave her alcohol or you was aware that she was high at any point in time and you didn't turn her in, but since the mother did, you could be subject to 30 years. So I said, let's make a goddamn agreement, man, and let's work this thing out. So still got to sit down somehow, some way, but it is what it is. Blessings in abundance is bittersweet. Oh my goodness. And more information is going to come out, and this shit is far from over for all the lies that was told on me. Peace. Blessings in the.
So let's go over here now. Let's go over. This is Polite now. When he first came into like the community, and he was talking to one of Dr. York's victims. Let's check this out. I want y'all to listen. Hey, hold on. Wait a minute. Can y'all hear this? Put a one. Oh, it's no sound? Hold on, y'all. Whoa. Why wouldn't it be no sound? Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Oh shit. Hold on. My fault. Let me stop sharing. My bad. Tell me if y'all can hear it now.
The children or the people that
Tell me if you can hear it now.
had to testify.
Put a one if you can hear it now.
I had to testify based on what that he did do something to him.
Well, I say had to testify because some people didn't testify. So some people felt that in them that they had to do this, like it's something that they had to do. For me, it felt like it was something that I had to do because one, like I told you, both my sisters went through the same thing I went through.
And
both of my older sisters.
Do you mind sharing? I don't know nothing.
Sharing what? Okay, well, both of my sisters have been molested.
By who?
By Malachi York. By Pops, Barbara, Esau, Mom Esau, whatever. He has sex with them. And
At what ages?
At what ages? I mean, if you want to get the accurate number, you can ask them.
Around what age? I
mean,
trying
13, 14, 7, 8. And I will only speak for myself as far as the personal thing that I've been through.
Of course,
as far as and I don't want to get graphic. One, okay, I'm a dude. I'm not gonna be walking around saying that I've been molested, this and that happened. As a man, you don't want to be going around saying that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So when in my situation or the way I grew up, I was ready to move on. I left in 2001. I was ready to just live my life, move on, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The people started doing the investigations and stuff. The FBI started doing the investigations, started trying to get statements from people. Both my sisters went ahead and gave their statements.
Yeah.
I still had nothing to do with it. No statement, no nothing. When I realized, okay, they're about to go to court. And I went through the same thing that they went through. Like, I'm my mother's only son. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the man of the family. You know what I'm saying? My sisters were going to stand up for themselves. And
I want y'all to listen to this. Watch what Polite try to do this for. Polite told y'all who he was back then. Watch this.
My statement, and that's when I decided that that I was gonna go ahead and do it. Nobody wants to see they family go get locked away. So I really understand how hard it is for people that's deeply involved in it also. And people gotta understand. I was born and raised in it too, so I understand from inside out also what it feels like not to have this person around still giving leadership. You know, so it's not no stranger, no random person that's saying, oh, this happened. I mean, this, you know, this stuff, like, I was 7 years old. You know what I'm saying? I was upstate New York after Brooklyn. You know, I was upstate New York when he first, you know, touched me or whatever, you know. And so from 7 to 14, 7 years that I went through this, you know what I'm saying? And that's my story.
Would you say there's been over 20 children molested by Dr. York?
I would say so. I mean, I would say that it was, you know, if I could confirm people that I could strongly confirm, it would be about 15 or 20 people.
Obviously, if over 15 to 20 children were being molested, we have to now say, how come the adults wasn't saying nothing? Shouldn't they be locked up with Dr. York too? How come they're free to testify about it?
You understand, the adults were separated from their children. You know, so you had the girls in one house, the boys in one house, the women in one place, the brothers in one place. You know, everybody was separated, so it wasn't no house with a family, and then you could recognize when your child is gone.
You mean to tell the world that none of these children had enough sense in their mind to go tell their parent that this isn't right? I've been touched sexually, I've been sexually abused. Not one child out of all these children. It could have stopped so long ago if just one child or just one adult. What caused all of this to come out? First, you hear nothing from nobody.
Yeah.
You hear nothing from nobody. Then you hear something from everybody, all at the same time.
They might not have been the medium to talk to anybody about the situation.
Not even their parents.
I mean, that's why, of course. I could have told my mother.
We chose not to.
It's not that I chose not to. To really explain it would really take a lot. But I mean, you're not really yourself when you're not, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no esteem. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no, you know what I'm saying? You can't even face, like, my mother when she found out from my sister and she came to me and asked me about it, and I still really couldn't even tell her. I had to say, well, I had sex with the girl and he was there. And that was my way of telling her that, yeah, it happened. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the initial conversation. And this is like 2 weeks before we left. It was something I was under. I couldn't tell my mom. I didn't tell nobody. It was something that held me to not say nothing.
Dr. York had these kids and had them separated. And he had him have sex with other little girls while Dr. York watched. And he was also molesting them. Polite is interrogating him and basically taking him through the ringer when he's telling you he's been molested. But listen how Polite's talking to him. Just let's keep watching.
You know what I'm saying? Because I looked up to him as my dad. Because I looked up to him as the person that he was. I thought he was a God figure. I thought he, you know, and all those reasons, like, you know, I'm trying to like see what why is this going on? What's the significance? I'm young. I don't even know what really in the sex, and I don't.
Why do you think he's locked up for 135 years, underground 60 feet, in a super max penitentiary with no one with a case likened to his own amongst cannibals? Not because what you think he should be locked up for, why you think he's locked up.
Well, I mean, to answer your question in the way that I think you're asking it, you know what I'm saying? Because one, you have a black leader that was getting black people together and was building a sovereign nation.
Tell me if this is something you believe. That's not what I want to hear. What do you personally believe, dealing with the facts of the matter? Not denying you of your experience, but based on what we all know, what is necessary to lock a person up when you accuse them of these type of things.
What I know from history is that whenever you have a black leader that's uplifting the people, that's doing something in the community, that's bringing people together, and that's building people and elevating people, then they get taken down. You know what I'm saying? And he wouldn't have been taken down, and he hasn't been taken down until they found something that to take him down with. If he threw everything away by molesting kids, did he really care about everybody else? This is what I have to live with. I have to live with how do I come across the people that's in the knowledge and even vibe with them and talk to them on a regular level, and people looking at me one way.
Nah, that's all good. You can always come to a class of ours.
That's cool, but you know what I'm saying. But it is. But see, the thing is that
it don't make you a bad person.
At the end of the day, people's always gonna have his word over anybody else's word because that's all they know.
You know, at the end of the day, he's locked up, so obviously they took your word over everyone else's. It doesn't matter. Like I told you, if we say he's innocent, when he's still locked up in prison, your word accounted for everything.
Well, I can't go back. You know what I'm saying? I can only face what's in front of me. And everything that's in front of me, I see people that's being misled. I see people that's under the impression, and even though
misled by what? 'Cause people are saying
no, they being
Doc is being
misled.
railroaded. That people are saying none of this has to do with the case as far as the government is concerned.
Now listen, this boy is telling Polite that he was molested and so many other people was molested. He's coming on there saying that Doc is being railroaded to this guy's face. But this is him coming into the community. He was broke as hell. He looked dusty. Before he had any money, he already had this mindset. This is who he was. And this is a young boy who he's not really great at articulating himself. And he's probably scared because the Nuwaubians were strong and he's exposing what Dr. York was doing to him. But instead of them embracing him and protecting him, this is what they're doing. This is what they're doing to him.
Sir, the government don't give a damn about the accusations.
Saying that
Are you hearing what I'm saying?
You got people saying that kids haven't been molested. I can't see what you're seeing. I can't see the I know what happened to me. I know what he did. I know what kind of person he is. You know what I'm saying? So
what kind of person he is? That's a question I want to ask you. What kind of person is Dr. York?
I mean, you get what you see.
Now, see, he just said that he knows what happened to him. He knows what kind of person he is. He's being disrespectful, but see, I'm gonna tell you something. Polite can do that because if this was my brother and I was sitting there on the other bench, I would have got up and punched him in his face and stomped him. But he wouldn't have did that in front of me. See what I'm saying? He's doing that in front of this boy because he knows that he's vulnerable and he feel like he can get away with that shit.
You get what you see.
Tell me,
but
who is he to
what
you?
people didn't see is also the
I asked
stuff that
about
was
other
going
people.
on.
I want to know
Now,
about
there
you
was 99
personally. I want to get into your mind. I want to know, what is he to you? Who is he to you?
Who he is to me?
Wait. Listen, y'all. Listen. Listen to what Polite just said.
I want to get into your mind. I want to know, what is he to you?
He said, I want to get into, listen.
Didn't see is also the
I
stuff
asked
that was
about other
going on.
people. I want to know
Now,
about
there
you
was 99
personally. I want to get into your mind. I want to
Okay.
know, what is he to you? Who is he to you?
Who he is to me right now? He's somebody that did a lot of things great, but had his flaws, and it didn't correct those flaws. And he had years and years and years to correct those flaws. He didn't correct those flaws. Now I came back, and now he's incarcerated. Should he be in there? Should he be out? Someone
Yes or
like
no?
him shouldn't be incarcerated if they uplifted the community and doing what he did. But if you're gonna do that, and on top of that, still do the wrong thing for years and years and years, then you definitely shouldn't be out on the streets. That's if I was the devil, the perfect devil is the one who's gonna be a pastor, a preacher, or the one doing the right thing, and actually the one doing the wrong thing and send you to hell. That's the perfect devil right there. The perfect. If I was a devil right now, I'd be telling you to do the right thing. I'd be telling you to live your life this way, and I'll be sending you right to hell. The devil knows the gospel as well as any pastor or preacher.
He just basically told Polite who he is.
If the devil is going to do his job, what better way to do it than to have everybody lifting themselves or doing the right thing? And in actuality, it's like they're going up, but they're going this way. It's not just up. It's like they're going up and they're going astray. You know what I'm saying? That's the only really way that the devil could do his job, is to deceive people into thinking that he's actually God, to deceive people into thinking that he's actually Christ. That's why they say you will have false prophets and false messiahs. I would respect a wolf. If I was a sheep, I would respect a wolf that approached me and tried to hunt me down than a wolf that came in sheep clothing.
My whole argument in this whole situation is, should people be locked up based on what people believe? I got the right to be angry. You know why? Because the Lord promises me something different. The Lord promises me that we will lock people up beyond a shadow of a doubt. That's what the Lord promises me.
Yeah. But in this case, it was up to 12 people to have that reasonable doubt or not. And those 12 people make the decision.
It's not. So what's the point?
If you want to fight
It's your matter of opinion if you would have
fight
took the
for it
plea or
for
not.
another reason. Don't fight for it because he's innocent of a molesting kid.
Let's say he molested 1,000 children. Factually.
Okay.
Genetic evidence and everything. Things that we don't deny scientifically. We say, wow, okay, true. If someone was to ask me, would you still worship him as your Most High, acknowledge him as your Most High God?
Listen.
I would have to. I don't identify with everything he does there, much like I believe most Christians don't identify with everything their God does, because it says they're.
Listen, y'all.
It's your matter of opinion if you would have
fight
took the
for
plea
it
or
for
not.
another reason. Don't fight for it because he's innocent of a molesting kid.
Let's say he molested 1,000 children. Factually.
Okay.
Genetic evidence and everything. Things that we don't deny scientifically, we say, wow, okay, true. If someone was to ask me, would you still worship him as your Most High, acknowledge him as your Most High God? I would have to. I don't identify with everything he does there, much like I believe most Christians don't identify with everything their God does, because it says their God is a jealous God. And some Christians would tell you it's not right to be jealous. And some would tell you that, it shouldn't be vengeful, but in the Bible tells you Most High is a vengeful God. And it tells you shouldn't hate, but it tells you that God loved Jacob and he hated Esau. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's the difference between being a proud Nubian and saying that he's innocent. Okay, that's two different people. I could be a proud Nubian because I was born in Nuwapu, but it's two different kinds of people.
You got people, Nubian, if that's the case?
I can be, but how can I be a proud Nubian if the Nubians are saying that he's innocent and I'm saying that this happened to me? So now it is. You see how we sitting down talking. That's. But see, the thing is that, now is my word against the master teacher's word, and whose word is they gonna take?
I know one thing the master teacher always taught is that when you're looking at the sides of the truth, there's his side, her side, his or her side versus his or her side. But really, in actuality, it's just the truth. Your side, their side, and just the truth. There's only one truth.
Now I want y'all to see this, right? When we get over here, right? I want to put this over here. Oh, wait. Yeah. I want y'all to see this. This is Dr. York. Malachi York pleads guilty and accepts his jail sentence for the sexual abuse of children. He says he was not forced to plead guilty. Right? This is July 24, 2003.
Mr. York, are you now under the influence of any alcohol, drugs, or narcotics? You understand you are charged with 40 counts of aggravated child molestation that you could receive a maximum sentence of 30 years in confinement for each count, that you're charged with 34 counts of child molestation, that you could receive a maximum sentence of 20 years in confinement for each count, that you're charged with 1 count of sexual exploitation of children, and you could receive a maximum sentence of 20 years in confinement, and you're charged with 2 counts of influencing witnesses, and you could receive a maximum sentence of 10 years in confinement for each count, and that you could receive a minimum sentence overall of 10 years on probation. I'm telling you the most and the least. You understand that?
Actually, Your Honor, if you continue aggravated child molestation, minimum sentence.
But on them would be 10 years. You understand that?
Now you see how he in jail getting his sentencing? The same way Polite was. This was his master teacher. And Polite told you that if he molested 1,000 people, he still will get him as his master teacher.
You understand you have a right to an attorney, and in fact, your lawyer, Mr. Aurora, is here with you and representing you. Is that correct? I'm going to inform you of certain other rights that you have, Mr. York, and inform you of the fact that if you plead guilty, you give up these rights. You have a right to trial by jury. You're presumed to be innocent. You have a right to confront any witnesses the state presents against you. You have a right to subpoena any witnesses you want to appear and testify for you. You have a right to testify and offer other evidence if you want to. You have a right to the assistance of an attorney during the trial. You have a right not to incriminate yourself. You have a right to plead not guilty or remain silent, not in any plea, and in either case automatically obtain a jury trial. You understand these rights, and understand if you plead guilty, you give up these rights. You heard the recommendation the state made. Is that the recommendation you understood the state would make? Did you, in fact, do what the district attorney, Mr. Bright, told me you did? How do you plead, guilty or not guilty, as to all the indictments that were cited by the district attorney? Did anybody force you or threaten you in any way to cause you to enter this guilty plea? Did anyone promise you anything to cause you to enter this guilty plea? Are you satisfied with the services of your attorneys, not only Mr. Aurora, but your other attorneys? Were you able to hear and understand my statements and questions to you? He's under oath, let him enter his plea.
Your Honor, we've drawn up this withdrawal of not guilty plea and your guilty plea. And fact comes down to nothing, defend both our case because his plea not guilty in this case, but his constitutional rights to plead guilty as charged offenses of. I've already enumerated those on the record. They're the same ones I enumerated on before, Your Honor. I signed on behalf of the state. That and signed on behalf of the state.
It's a bit of time. Let's help sign it, the paperwork, get all this up for some years.
Clear. Malachi Z. York, I find you pleaded guilty was freely, voluntarily, and knowingly. There was a factual basis for your plea, and I accept your plea.
After his guilty plea, the state and federal prosecutors recommended Malachi York be in prison for 15 years and serve 3 years of supervised release. But on June 25th, 2003, the U.S. District Judge Hugh Lawson rejected the federal plea bargain, arguing that York should be given more jail time. On June 30th, 2003, Malachi York was given the opportunity to plead guilty to the federal charges and face the possibility of a longer prison sentence or go to trial. At the hearing, hold on. Matter of fact, no, let me do it this way.
Force continued into Athens. It ended in.
Let me go out of here and let me go over to here. Hold on, where's that article at? Oh fuck! I had an article. Okay, here we go. On May 8th, 2002, cult leader Dwight Malachi York was arrested as he was walking into the grocery store in Eaton, Georgia. Putting it in, authorities said, to his years of sexually abusing the children of his followers. Soon afterwards, the local and federal law enforcement officers busted through the gates of Tamaray, the Egyptian-themed compound in York's United Nubian Nations of Moors. They were there. They discovered dozens of female followers, 50 to 75 children, and a stockpile of weapons and evidence of York's sexual depravity, including a stuffed pink panther with a penis attached, and photos taken at Florida's Disney World, where York will often take his child victims. Authorities began investigating molestation claims against York's two years earlier, when his estranged son Jacob and several of York's victims came forward. His own son came forward with accounts of slavery, starvation, and sexual abuse that dated back decades. In 2004, York was convicted on 11 of 13 counts involving racketeering and transporting minors across state lines for sexual purposes. His sentence was 135 years in federal prison, where he has remained since his conviction. His group's history, the crimes he inflicted on others, and their stories of survival were shared in the 2018 episode. So let me actually, I've been here for more than 2 hours. I gotta go get ready and watch the football game, but I want to say to the people, don't be easily manipulated. Polite became who he was because of you out there. You out there made Polite who he was. Polite can't be anybody or be any of those things without the support of you. You supported Polite into becoming the charlatan. A lot of women, and even when Polite had the allegations, he still had the support of a lot of women. The same as young Pharaoh. You guys supported him out there. So we have to be more diligent and pay attention, practice more discernment of people, and learn the strategies and the tactics of people. People will cater to your lower desires because they know that you are intrigued with the outside world. They know that you are intrigued with the shiny things. So they're going to present the shiny things to you. And they're going to lure you right in. They're going to lure you right in. A lot of you women, be careful of men with a lot of shiny trinkets that talk real fast. Be very leery of these men. So I'm going to cut this short here, man. Remember, I love my people more than they hate themselves, and I pray to the universal creator Most High that these words are enough to inspire you. These words are enough to make you look at yourself in the mirror and make change. These words are enough to make you look at your children and know you have to make change. I hope that when you came here for information, and when you leave here greater than what you was before you came. You leave here edified. I hope that you share this information on all the social media mechanisms that we use to get the message across. Listen, don't fall for this stuff. Like, man, listen, a lot of stuff, man, that I feel like should have been being done ain't gonna be done. Black people are not willing to sacrifice, man, in the manner in which you don't fall. Let me tell you something out there. I don't give a fuck who it is. Don't trust none of these people online. Nobody. Don't even trust me. You can listen to some of the things I say, but I ain't perfect. I fight every day to try to be a better person, but I ain't perfect. Don't trust nobody out here. Nobody. These people are liars, and online you could be the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. You could be anybody. Don't trust none of that shit. Learn. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't care how good they sound. That's all I'm saying. Judge people by the work that they're doing, that you can see the fruits of their labor. That's how you judge people. All right. So peace to Chaos Rain, Norma X. We got Black Voltron in here. We got Always Shantae, Design. So, man, listen, peace to y'all, man. Thanks for y'all tuning in, man, and getting this information. And remember, y'all get a chance, hit that Cash App and support Urban Nerds. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.